Hello students, welcome back to our online class. So students, take out your English reader book. We were in the last class, we were discussing about the chapter 6, that is painting the breeze, and we have covered only some portion, students. So the rest of the portion we shall finish it today. Okay, so take out page number 38 of English reader book, the last paragraph. Parvati joined in. Vases, incense holders, lamps, oh noble lady, holding up the pottery, dancing with an excitement, they made a huge din. So Parvati, what happened? She hold the incense holder means agarbatti stand, okay. And she had also vases, plates, so she was portraying to the cart, yes, come and buy our pottery. And she was dancing with excitement. Suddenly one horseman rode up to them, lowered an angry, mustachioed face and glared, "Quiet, you impertinent fools! Don't you know who is in the cart?" So suddenly one of the horsemen came and he tried to stop them. Yes, he was in a very angry mood, okay, and he was having a long mustache. And don't you know who is in the cart? Then Lakshman replied, "No." No, replied Lakshman. "And how do you know the noble lady doesn't want to buy our pots?" Then Lakshman said, "Then how do you know that the lady in the cart doesn't want to buy our pots?" "Quiet," growled the soldier. "You move back now or I'll make my horse step all over your pots. Don't you dare." Parvati stepped forward angrily. "It took me all day to paint them." So one of the soldiers was very angry and he said, "Quiet and move from our side or else we will throw the horse upon the pottery." Then, "Don't you dare to do this, because it took her to paint all these pots very long." Before the soldier could push them away, a curtain was pulled aside and a quiet voice spoke from behind it. "Go back, soldier. I want to talk to the children." So when they were quarreling, voice could be heard from inside the cart, and she put up the curtain, and she told one soldier to move back, and she also added that she wants to talk with the children. "Yes, my lady," both the soldier then the soldier also obeyed her, and wheeling his horse away, he rode back to join the other horsemen. As Parvati and Lakshman stood tongue-tied, the voice said, "Let's see your pots." So, and the lady in the cart, she said that she wants to see the pots of the children. Shyly they came closer as the curtain was swept back, and they saw the woman sitting leaning against bolsters inside the cart with a maid perched behind her. Lakshman held out the pottery he was holding towards her. So they were also shy, because at that time the curtain was pulled up and they can see a lady, okay, lady with a maid. The Lakshman hold all the potteries to show her up. Parvati stood her dazzled by what she saw. She had never seen anyone so majestic looking. When Parvati saw that lady, she was very much shocked by the dazzling of her looks, because she had never seen such a beautiful lady in the entire place. All her clothes were of silk. So the lady in the curtain, her clothes were all made of silk. The antarya, tied like a dhoti, was embossed all over with gold. The uttaraya draped across her body, and over her head was gossamer thin in a shade of dull gold set with precious stones. Parvati had seen noblemen in the houses where they went to sell the pottery, but never anyone who wore so much jewelry. The karnika, big gold earrings, the mekla, a girdle around her waist made of silver chains, and 2 necklaces, the kantha, a short of the pearls, and the lambanam, a long gold chain down to her waist. On her arms were thick kangans, bangles of gold. The baju on the upper arms glittered with jewels. Her anklets were intricate designs in gold. Now this all paragraphs describe the lady who is sitting in the cart, okay. So she was wearing a very fine clothes and she was also wearing fine jewelries all made with gold. Okay, then she was also wearing antaraya means like a dhoti like clothes, like this Marathi used to wear, isn't it? Antaraya, it was all carved with gold. Okay, and she was also wearing precious stones, gold jewelry. Okay, then she was also wearing karnika means gold earrings, and she was also wearing mekhla. Now mekhla to everyone knows. Now she was also wearing the silver chains, and she was wearing one small necklace, one big necklace, and kangans means bangles. So everything was made of gold, and she was also wearing baju means she used to wear in the arms. Okay, so and you little girl, the lady said gently, where were the pots you were painting all morning? So the lady said, so as you have said that you have been busy painting all the pots, so I want to see those pots. I, Parvati, was suddenly overcome with shyness. I painted them for fun. You won't like them, my lady. So she was hesitating to give the pots because why? Because, and she added that she was only painting the pots just for fun. She might not like the pots she have painted. So she was hesitant to show her. Show them to me, child, the woman said. So she was insisting to show the pots to the lady. Slowly Parvati laid the plate, the vase and the water pots before her, and then stood with a bated breath as the lady turned them around to study the designs. So she had presented the pots, vases, then water pots, plates to the lady. Okay, to show her designs. I have never seen designs like these before, she said thoughtfully. Then the lady thought for a while, and she said that yes, I have never seen such beautiful designs as you have painted. Then she asked, what were you drawing? The sky, said Parvati haltingly. Haltingly means full of pauses, like atak ke bolna. Got it? The sky. The woman asked, how can you draw the sky? So she asked, what have you painted in the pot? She said that I have painted sky. Then she said, how can you paint sky in the pot? Then Parvati pointed to the clouds she had drawn on the water pot and said, if you draw clouds, what's around it becomes the sky. Turning, she pointed to the palm tree at the corner of the courtyard, the leafy frond swaying and bending, and said, that's the breeze. The lady pointed to the plate and asked, and what's this? Butterflies on the pumpkin flower. And this, she pointed to a vase with a curving design in black and white dots. Okay, now she was showing her designs, and the lady was also going on asking, what are these designs, what are those designs, like that. Okay, then she also asked, the lady also asked, hi, how can you draw clouds, how can you draw sky in the pot? She said that when I draw the clouds, then the whole pot will become the sky. So this was her reply. And she have also drawn the butterfly on the pumpkin flower. So these were all her paintings. Okay, and she was very charmed, and this lady was very much impressed with the painting of the small children. Okay, and Parvati was also enjoying and smiling. That said, Parvati smiling, beginning to enjoy herself, is the koel song from the bell tree. Now Parvati was also smiling by hearing the koel song from the bell tree at the same time. A song, of course, the lady said with a smile. Yes, it's a waterfall of high and low notes. Carefully the lady laid the pots inside the cart and asked Lakshman, how much do these cost? So all the pots were taken by the lady in the cart, and she asked the price. Lakshman thought quickly. The lady was rich, she should be able to pay well. He went as high as he could, 12 panas. These are special pots, my lady. So Lakshman thought for a while. Yes, she is the richest lady. She can give any amount what we ask for, and he told it is 12 panas for all the pots. The lady also decided to take all the pots with her, giving them 12 annas. Pay him, Majira, she said. And the maid took the copper pana coins out of a small bag tucked into her waist. And my child, The lady stroked Parvati's tousled head. Whenever you draw the sky, the breeze, or a song, bring the pots to my house. I will buy them all. She was painting the breeze in the pots. Okay, he had drawn a palm tree that was bending. Okay, because why it was bending? Because of the breeze, and that is why this chapter says painting the breeze. She was painting her imagination in the pot, and that gave her very much value to the pot. Okay, and the lady also decided to buy them all, and then she paid 12 annas for all pots. And she also asked the children that whenever you draw the sky, the breeze, or a song, you can bring all the pots to me. Okay, and she also added that not only her husband also will like the pot. Okay, now let us see who this lady is. Okay, and who is her husband. Where do you live? Parvati asked. Then out of curiousness she asked, yes lady, where do you live? At this the maid laughed around. So the maid started laughing. The lady pointed to the soldiers, who were all smiling by then, and said, ask them. So the lady pointed to the soldiers. Okay, then she told that you ask the soldiers, who am I? They will tell you the way. The curtain was pulled back. Okay, again the curtain was pulled back, and Parvati and Lakshman stood watching, and the bullock cart began to move again. Okay, thank you my lady, they called out together. Then the bullock cart started moving. Lakshman asked the moustached horseman at the cavalcade began to move, where does the lady live, sir? Then Lakshman was also curious. He asked that moustached person, who was at beginning very angry with him. Then the man's smile still lingered, and he smiled a bit. And in the big palace with the carved wooden gates, then he replied, she lives in the big palace where there was a wooden gate. Then nothing there, puzzled faces. He laughed. That was our king Ashokavardhan's wife. Then they said that the lady is none but King Ashokavardhan's wife, the King Ashoka, who is the king of the Maurya's empire. Don't you recognize the queen when you see her? You too just have become potters to the royal family. Then the guard said, okay, don't you recognize her by seeing her appearance? Okay, now you have become the potter of the royal family. Eyes wide with surprise, hearts thudding, Lakshman and Parvati turned to watch as the bullock cart turned the corner of the lane. So they were very happy, and they watched the cart till the cart disappeared. Okay, so this is all about the story, children. Okay, so read this chapter, and in the next class I shall give you the question answers. Okay, till then, thank you.